go big, little legs. Skinny kid with plenty.
We got Keenan Allen. Now look, I'm making a football video, but let me explain to you guys one thing about me. I was a Bears fan before any other team in all of sports. Before the Lakers, before, I don't really watch baseball, but before the Cubs. I was born to be a Bears fan. I've been watching the Bears since 2004, but I've been a Bears fan since I was born in 98, alright? And if you guys don't believe me, I got a picture right here to prove it. As you guys can see, this is me in a Cedric Benson uniform. That used to be my favorite player when I was young, because I was, I don't know why I like Cedric Benson so much, but I did. As you guys can see, that was the Rex Grossman era, which was around 2005, 2006, 2007. And I have a lot of things to talk about before we even get to Keenan Allen, because as a Bears fan, I want to voice a lot of my opinions, because I feel like I am a true Bears fan, a diehard Bears fan. Most of the people you guys see on social media are not, I may have been extremely young in 2004, but I can name the entire Bears roster from 2006, from their offensive line to their kicker to their punter to their long snapper. Before basketball, football was my favorite thing in the world. I've always been very, very passionate about sports in general, but mostly just football and basketball. Now in today's era, I will admit I'm not as big as a football fan no more, and I am way more of an NBA fan. If you ask me why, it's probably because I've been a Bears fan my whole life. Like, as a Bears fan, I'm really trying to think. We've been good about 3 times in my lifetime. We've had good seasons, but I say 3 times we've had a chance to win the Super Bowl. Number 1, 2006, 2007, obviously that was the Super Bowl. I thought that was our year, but Rex Grossman sold, and he sucked in the Super Bowl, slipping, fumbling, throwing picks, and it was sad. The second time was in 2010, where Jay Cutler took us to the championship, hurt his knee, and didn't play the rest of the game, and Caleb Haney came in and almost gave us some hope, but we still lost. And the last one is 2018, and that was the double doink season. Matt Nagy, coach of the year, rookie coach, Mitchell Trubisky. I had such high hopes for that. That was like the first time we were actually at home in a playoff game since 2010, and that happened. And that takes us here today to 2024. And I just have a message for the real Bears fans out there. You know what? I have a message for the fake fans out there. And I'm not gonna say fake fan to discredit people because they enjoy something in their life. The casual Bears fans, the ones that are kind of recent, the ones that don't want this man no more, Justin Fields. I want to talk about it before we even get to the Keenan Allen thing, because I have a lot to get off my chest and it's been pissing me off the last couple months. I'm not gonna. If you are a real Bears fan, think about the quarterbacks we have sat through. Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton, Jay Cutler, Caleb Haney, Todd Collins, Matt Barkley, Nick Foles, Mike Glennon. Oh, I forgot about some Jimmy Clausen in there. Andy Dalton, Mitchell Trubisky. And we, you know what? I'm not going to say we, because they're not real Bears fans. I don't care. And some Bears fans, and especially the national media, is drawing the line at Justin Fields, who in my opinion is the greatest quarterback I have seen in my lifetime play for the Bears. Now, a lot of people want to say Jay Cutler, and that might be true, but in my opinion, I do not like Jay Cutler at all. That might be crazy coming from a diehard Bears fan, but in 2010, I changed my mind about Jay Cutler. Up to 2010, I low-key loved Jay Cutler, I'm not going to lie. But when in the biggest game of his life, in the NFC Championship against our rival, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, we are at home, a chance to go to the Super Bowl, all of a sudden, he's magically hurt and riding a bicycle while we're watching Todd Collins and Caleb Haney take shots to try to bring us to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying he didn't have an injury, but I am saying you got to play through that damn injury like you're Kobe Bryant. This is the biggest game of your life, and you're able to ride a little bicycle. You're able to go in there and play. Look at Aaron Rodgers. His ass will take a shot in the locker room and finish the game on a torn knee or something. That's enough of Jay Cutler. I want to talk about Justin Fields. He gets so much hate, and I don't understand it at all. Really look at our roster, look what he came into, and look at the situation he's been since he's been here. We trade up to get Justin Fields, but he's sitting behind, I'm not even gonna say my twin, Andy Dalton. That pissed me off. It actually made me really dislike Andy Dalton, because I'm ready for the rookie to play. Oh, and the same thing happened when we drafted Mitchell Trubisky, traded up to number 2. By the way, I was extremely happy that we traded up to get a quarterback, but I'm going to be honest, I did want Deshaun Watson at the time. I didn't even know about Patrick Mahomes. But the thing about the Bears organization, we do it differently from everybody else. Probably because our owner is about 99 years old, And we're a little old school. Actually, one of the first teams in the NFL, and I'm pretty sure we have the second most championships in NFL history because of that. Because we were winning before the Super Bowl existed. Okay, I'm getting off track. Listen, the Bears don't play rookie quarterbacks. We don't start rookie quarterbacks. We never really have in the last decade. We drafted Mitchell Trubisky, number 2 overall, and he didn't start. You wanna know who started over him? Mike Glennon, bro. Mike Glennon. The person that we overpaid to be on our team. And fans want to draw the line at Justin Fields when we had to sit through an overpaid Mike Glennon. Are you a real fan, or were you just not watching back then? We sat through Rex Grossman and Kyle Orton for how long? And you guys want to draw the line at Justin Fields, the most dynamic quarterback we've ever had? Now I want to understand why the hell Justin Fields gets so much hate from not only just Bears fans. He doesn't really get hate from real Bears fans. Let's be honest. We were chanting we want Justin. The second to last game of the season. Bears fans want Justin Fields. If you look at the comments underneath the podcast he did, we all want Justin Fields. The problem is the national media. And oh, guess what? He's a running, scrambling quarterback that is not the traditional pocket passer. Wow. Look at Lamar Jackson. Why does he get hate still? It's because national media don't like that for whatever reason. They want NFL to stay old school and traditional, which is why I'm not an NFL fan no more. That's just a little piece of it. That's why I'm not as big as of an NFL fan no more. I watch every single Bears game. I never miss a Bears game. I haven't missed a Bears game in a decade. All right, listen, let me calm back down. The whole point of me saying all this as like the intro to whatever we're going to be talking about in a second. Justin Fields gets so much hate that is so unnecessary because he is a great quarterback. At one point in the season, he had 8 touchdowns in 2 games. And going back to what I was saying earlier, he came into a horrible situation. We drafted him in the first round. And he's sitting behind Andy Dalton, right? He comes in for one play, scores a touchdown on like a broken read option or something. I don't even really remember the play. It was against the Rams, I'm pretty sure. And that just made it even worse for Bears fans because we're dying to see this dude be our quarterback. And then he finally gets the chance in Cleveland, in Ohio, and he gets sacked a record amount of times. He looks lost. Our offensive line played absolutely horrible. We're going against one of the best defenses in the league, and now I feel really bad for him. Another thing is, he's younger than me, and fans are already giving up on him. I don't get it. Justin Fields has never had a good team around. Now, I want to go to 2023. This season was huge for us Bears fans. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of high hopes for that season. Last season. But 2021, 2022, I did not. I knew we were going to suck because our receivers were absolutely horrible, bro. We had Dave Montgomery, but that was about it on offense. And everybody on defense was getting traded because we were rebuilding. So I didn't have high hopes, but last year I did have high hopes. You know, Kyler Gordon, Brisker, coming off their pretty damn good rookie season. I had some hopes for our secondary. I felt like our secondary was good. Justin Fields now has DJ Moore. We've been getting all of the media, the hype before the season about them in training camp. We've seen them in preseason, that huge touchdown, their first pass together. I had a lot of hope. I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of hope in Khalil Herbert because of the season he had prior. But that first game of the season, it was against the Packers, and we lost, and it wasn't a pretty game. That was just the start of the downfall. Not to mention we had an offensive coordinator who shouldn't be an offensive coordinator. He was a quarterback's coach, and he was a quarterback's coach for Aaron Rodgers, which is not what Justin Fields is. He tried changing Justin Fields' footwork, tried messing with him, and during the beginning of the season, right before the Chiefs games, which we got blown out, Justin Fields came out and said he feels like he might be getting overcoached. He's thinking too much because we seen in that Buccaneers game, it looked like that. And then a lot of fans came up with the narrative that he holds the ball too long in the pocket, which I'm pretty sure he does hold the second slowest time in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. But none of that even matters because Luke Getsy is our damn offense coordinator. In the last game of the season, we threw 16 times when we have DJ Moore and Justin Fields. Coming off a game where he went crazy versus the Falcons in the snow. Justin Fields had a great season. The Bears were extremely hot towards the end of the season after acquiring Montez Sweat. And now all of a sudden, national media and Bears fans want to go and get another rookie quarterback and just start over. That to me just don't make sense at all. They were saying the same thing last year with Bryce Young, although it wasn't as loud. This year, obviously, it's louder because it's Caleb Williams, the #1 college prospect of all time, blah, 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 blah. And to make it worse, he goes to USC, which is my favorite team. I don't want Caleb Williams. I'm saying it right now. I don't want Caleb Williams. And I guarantee I could bet $1,000 the Bears will not draft Caleb Williams. That was never the plan. The plan was to make it think to make everybody think we were doing it. And we did that successfully, but now it's kind of getting to a point where it's like letting people hate on Justin Fields. But this is not the point, right? I'm rambling. Like you can see, I had a lot to get off my chest because this topic really pisses me off for the last couple months. I'm tired of seeing the Caleb Williams shit because we're not ever getting Caleb Williams. And now people are saying Justin Fields has no trade value. Hey, put 2 and 2 together. Look who is getting traded. Look who's signing with other teams like Gardner Minshew, Drew Lock. Justin Fields is way better than these dudes, Sam Darnold. And you really think that the Bears can't trade him because nobody wants him? Come on. Now, you could come up with the argument that the Bears are overvaluing him, but in my opinion, I'm not trading Justin Fields for nothing less than a first-round pick if we are going to, because in my opinion, he's going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. And I know that's crazy, but look at Lamar Jackson. Everybody was hating him. Everybody thought he was going to be a bust coming into the NFL. Now, yes, he did have success early on in his career, but he had a great team around him. Justin Fields never had that. And that takes us to right now. Yesterday, the news broke that the Bears signed Keenan Allen. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting this, but I never expect anything that Ryan Poles gonna do, which is why I don't understand why the media thinks that they know what he's gonna do, because nobody ever knows what he's gonna do. Some of these signings, I had no idea we were in rumored to get them. Who would have thought we were gonna get Keenan Allen? And to make it even better, it was only for a 4th-round pick. That's a steal. Now we got Keenan Allen, one of the greatest route runners in the NFL, coming off his greatest season in his career. Yes, he's 31 years old, paired up with a DJ Moore. And we have the #1 pick and the #9 pick. Marvin Harrison Jr., Roma Dunze, Malik Neighbors. Come on! Hella wide receivers. And we're not done. Yes, we got rid of Darnell Mooney, but he wasn't having a good season. Yes, we have Tyler Scott, but I can almost guarantee we're drafting a wide receiver in the draft. And this was my plan all along. I'm not gonna lie, this is what I wanted to happen step by step in the offseason. #1, I wanted Saquon Barkley. #2, I wanted to trade the pick back and get Marvin Harrison Jr. I also wanted to sign a safety because Eddie Jackson was gone, and I obviously want another edge rusher. On top of that, improving the offensive line. Here's the updated Bears free agent tracker. Shout out Irish Bears Show. We got our safety, Kevin Byard. Yes, he's getting older, but he was one of the best safeties in the league, and he's, trust me, a way better replacement than Eddie Jackson, who was just not playing good at all in the season at all. Not even talking about his broken coverage. He can't tackle a damn tackling dummy. I wanted Saquon Barkley, but guess what? We get a running back that is younger than me, coming off his greatest season in the NFL, DeAndre Swift, one of my favorite running backs in the league. And some fans are not even happy about those two, which I don't understand, because it's better than what we've been doing the last couple years. We haven't done anything. Look how active we've been in free agency. We go and get Gerald Everett, another big target tight end for Justin Fields. Look at all the weapons we have on offense now. DeAndre Swift, Gerald Everett, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, not to mention Cole Kmet's already there, Tyler Scott, and now we could go get a draft pick and another weapon. And now you're going to be like, oh yeah, our offensive line. But we go out and get Matt Pryor, Coleman Shelton. I'm pretty sure Jake Kernhan is a offensive tackle. He might, I'm not sure. I don't even really know these guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow offensive linemen. Well, we kind of seem like we got some depth to our line now. I really love Darnell Wright. A lot of Bears fans love Tevin Jenkins. I do too, but just that last game really pissed me off. But I still believe in Tevin Jenkins. We did need a center. We got some depth. Hopefully one of those guys can fill that role. Now the left side of the line, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of questionable, and I hope that we try to improve that a little bit. That would be my one concern on offense, because Justin Fields never had a good offensive line in the NFL so far. And with all these weapons, it's not gonna matter if you don't have a good offensive line. We get some depth. We got our new Taylor Swift, which is Jonathan Owens' wife, obviously. So you know that's gonna help us go to the Super Bowl this year. And yes, I said Super Bowl. I am extremely confident in this team. I don't care what anybody says. But Keenan Allen is great. Who would have thought we would have got Keenan Allen? Now, here's the Bears' potential 2024 offense. Justin Fields, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet, Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, for the longest time, and still people are still trying to troll a little bit and get engagement, the whole Caleb Williams things. In my opinion, Caleb Williams talk going to the Bears is all for clicks and views. I don't think people understand where we are at in society today when it comes to sports talk shows. It's never about the sport no more. It's never about realism or realistic scenarios. It's all about what is going to generate clicks for my platform, bring in audience and traffic, and generate money. And that's Caleb Williams. Let's talk about the controversial. We know Justin Fields is damn good. We've seen the potential. Now let's just completely disrespect him to piss some fans off, especially Bears fans after we've seen them chanting we want Justin. Oh, let's piss them off and just say they're going to trade him and get Caleb Williams, and it's set in stone. Like, you're stupid if you think the other way. They're doing it for clicks. They don't actually believe this stuff. Ryan Poles don't ever let anybody know his next move, and every Bears fan should know that by now. For all the Bears fans mad about how slow we're going, he said, we are going to build to the draft, and now look at all the first round picks we got. And for the people that are still not convinced that we're trading the first pick for some reason after everything I just said, we now only have a couple draft picks in the draft because we traded that 4th round pick. We didn't have a 2nd round pick, and I believe we traded a later round pick for somebody else. And people are telling me they're not going to trade back when he said we're building through the draft. Are you kidding me? All of our really good players last year came from the drafts. Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson, Javon Dexter. Zach Pickens didn't really turn out that good. We had Tyler Scott. We had a lot of good rookies last year, and you're telling me we're not going to go do the same thing again this year. In my opinion, we're keeping the number 9 pick. We're not moving down or up from that. But we are going to trade the number 1 pick. We're trading it to the Commanders. We're going to number 2 or whatever they are. They're going to go get Caleb Williams because I'm not going to lie, they set their team up nice. I feel like he's going to be nice in Washington. They got his little head coach from USC or whatever. The Bears are moving down. We're getting Marvin Harrison Jr. I know a lot of people still don't think that, but I promise you we are. Everybody's like, we got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Now we're going to look at something. No, we're getting Marvin Harrison Jr. still. Now, number 9, we might not go get another wide receiver like we've been kind of wanting to get to, because now we would have 3. I think it's time to go get an edge rusher. We need another edge rusher. We didn't go after free agents like Hunter. We're getting one in the draft. There was a leaked clip. I don't know if you guys saw it of during the combine. It was linebacker and edge rusher day, our D-line day, and there was leaked Ryan Poles saying to Eberflus, if he's there, we're going to take him. Eberflus said, yeah, let's take 2 of them. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about defense, linebackers, whatever. They knew all along they were going to go after Keenan Allen and some of these weapons. Our offense is looking stacked skill players wise. I honestly think this is going to be our team. I'm honestly convinced this is going to be our team starting the season. I just want to know how you guys are feeling about this. And for all the people that want to disagree and talk about Caleb Williams, either number 1, they aren't really a Bears fan. They haven't really been following the Bears. They don't know anything about our organization. Number 2, it's a trend. They're following the trend like most people do. Or number 3, they're just trying to troll for engagement. Or number 4, they're a Caleb Williams super fan, which I'm not going to hate because he was really good in college. But our quarterback is Justin Fields. That's the end of the debate, man.